Hello, COINMUNITY. Welcome. So we are gonna be starting in a few minutes. Sorry, the camera setup isn't quite there yet, but we're gonna be starting in a few minutes. Please stick around. We are gonna be opening the AMA to live questions on Twitter and Discord, and then make sure to use coins x Safepal when sending in your questions on Twitter. And then you can also send in your questions on Discord via the Safepal AMA chat. So remember, if your question is picked at the end of the AMA, you're gonna win 570 pesos in SFP. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get Veronica so she can hop on the stream. I'll see you all in a few minutes. Two, one. All right. Hello, COINMUNITY. On both Twitter, Discord, and YouTube, thank you for joining us for another AMA. So in this edition, we're going to be featuring an essential that every crypto trader needs in their arsenal to safely store their assets. And our guest for this evening definitely knows a thing or two about that. So once again, my name is Frantic, also known as Franco Araneta. I'm the community manager of coins.ph. And joining me right now is Veronica, CEO of Safepal. So nice to meet you, Veronica. How's it going?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Coins community. It's great to be here. Thank you. It's an honor to be joining the conversation today. Yeah, I feel good and
Awesome.
yeah, very excited.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. We're really glad to have you here. And like we said, this is our COINMUNITY. That's our the name we call our coins.ph community, COINMUNITY. Okay, so Veronica, for those of you who aren't really familiar with you or Safepal yet, I'm just curious. Can you give us a quick intro about yourself and what exactly you do at Safepal?
Yeah, sure. Hi everyone. This is Veronica, CEO of Safepal. So Safepal is a cryptocurrency serving more than 7 million users global-wide. And it provides all different kinds of wallets and also assets management solutions. We were founded in 2018 and it's been almost 5 years. Great to be here.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for getting everyone to speed, Veronica. And I'm sure there's an interesting journey that I'm excited to learn more about, and of course, excited to learn more about SafePal here today. But yeah, before we officially get started, just some quick reminders for everyone watching. As I mentioned, we're going to be opening up the AMA for live questions towards the end. So please feel free to send them into our Discord and Twitter. So for Discord, you can go onto the SafePal AMA chat, which is right above the voice channel. So if anyone's there, let me check. Okay, no one's there right now, but feel free to go ahead and type in your messages in the Discord chat right above the voice chat. I think I see some people tuning in. So feel free to send in your questions, Discord community. And if you guys are watching right now on Twitter, please make sure to use the hashtag CoinsXSafePal so we can see your questions. Or feel free to even reply onto the live stream itself so we can see your questions. And of course, if your question is one of the ones picked here today, you're gonna win 570 pesos in SFP. So just make sure to contact us after on Twitter or Discord for your prize. So sorry, with all that housekeeping out of the way, are you ready to get started, Veronica?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so my first question is very simple. Sorry, what is SafePal for those who are just tuning in? What is SafePal exactly?
Safepal is a cryptocurrency wallet founded in 2018. We are one of the few wallets providers that provides all three types of wallets for users to
Mm-hmm.
store and protect their private keys. So we have hardware wallets and physical offline device that store your private keys safe. We have a mobile wallet, so you can straight create by downloading the SafePal app. We also have a browser extension, which allows you to have seamless and also secure desktop experience.
Mm-hmm.
So Safepal is a wallet also incubated, invested by Binance back in 2018. And ever since then, we have been growing from a hardware wallet to a comprehensive wallet solutions providers. So right now we support 54 blockchains already. It's a cross-chain wallet. We support 15 languages, so people can use Safepal products in their mother tongue. We are also adding more. And now we are serving 7 million users global wide in more than 200 countries. So it's great to be joining the conversation today.
Awesome. So thank you so much for that very in-depth introduction. So I would also like to know what exactly is the mission of SafePal and would you say, are SafePal's core values?
Mhm. We want to make crypto secure and easy for the crypto masses. So when we entered the crypto space in 2018, back then there were not that many choices for people to store their private keys in a safe
Mm-hmm.
manner. And there are some hardware wallet solutions, but they are either very expensive or the user experience is quite cumbersome. So we want to build a wallet that is affordable, accessible, and also secure for the crypto masses, so that people they don't need to compromise security to choose over. For example, we built a very cost friendly hardware wallet that is only $50, and everybody can afford it. So we don't want to make it as a choice. We want to make it as a standard accessory for everyone who is owning crypto nowadays. So they don't need to compromise security over user experience. So we want to build all of them together. So the value proposition that we are offering are mainly in two parts. First part is about asset security. So to build three different types of wallets with the with the only goal to keep the private key safe. And the second would be surrounding asset management, because nowadays people don't just invest in crypto because of personal interest. they come in because for investment purposes. So surrounding portfolio management, surrounding assets growth, we are also providing a suite of diversified asset solutions, like for them to manage, to yield, and grow their crypto holdings. So those are the two main value propositions we are positioning to the crypto audience.
Awesome. And I think the affordability aspect of the hardware wallet is really perking up the ears of our community now. And of course, we're going to learn a lot more about hardware wallets later in the AMA.
Okay.
Okay. I think the next question here is now that we know about the SafePal and the value proposition that you guys offer, like who is makes up the SafePal team?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
We are like Safepal team is a 50-man team. We are still
Mm-hmm.
small,
Mm-hmm.
and we are a distributed team. Like we have members all across the world. We have members in, of course, in Singapore, in China, in France, in Russia, in Latam. Like we have members all across the continents. It's very distributed. And we have three founders. I'm one of them. So I'm in marketing, operation, and external communication. So that's why you are seeing most of the time my face when you search for SafePal. And also we have a CPO, like a chief product manager, Harry, like who is a serial entrepreneur who has been in hardware supply chain management and also a global expansion for more than 10 years. We also have our CTO, Liner, who is a very senior full stack engineer that has rich experience in a massive scale of architect and also backstage building. So yeah, so these are the management team members, and overall we are a very small team and still steadily growing. We are also hiring. So if any one of you are interested in building a fantastic wallet, that SafePal would definitely should be one team that you should consider joining. So feel free to leave us a message as well.
Awesome. Okay, well, great to learn more about the team. And while, like you said, it's small, but it looks like you have a lot of good people around you at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, so yeah, now that we have had an intro to SafePal, I think I'm definitely gonna need to secure a hardware wallet at some point, and that basically brings us to the topic of hardware wallets. So I think a lot of people in our community might not be super familiar with that concept. So I think to kick things off for this hardware wallet section, what exactly is a hot wallet, and how does that differ from a cold wallet? I feel like we hear these terms a lot.
Yeah, so for a beginner level of explanation of hardware wallet and cold wallet is depending on the place that you store the private key, whether it's internet accessible or not. So for example, if you're using a MetaMask or a Trust wallet, it's a typical hot wallet. It means that the private key is stored either on your browser,
Mhm.
Chrome browser, or in your mobile cell phone, like both of which are internet accessible. It means they are connected to the internet. So they are not kind of 100% offline. So there could be ways that remote attackers can get in and then crack the private key out of the wallet. But so in compass the opposite to that, cold wallet means specifically a way to store the private key in an offline manner. It means that there's no internet, there's no radio frequency, but it depends. Like some hardware wallets, we are seeing radio frequency styles. So literally, it means that it is not internet accessible. It like people
Mm.
cannot attack from remote through like kind of cyber attack or remote attacks. So typically, like nowadays, people consider cold wallet as a more secure way to store their private key compared to hot wallet. So that's a beginner level of explanation of the concept.
Okay. And then, now that we know about hot and cold wallets, what do you think is the importance of having both kind of wallets in your arsenal, especially like in today's crypto climate?
Yes, the user experience of a hot wallet
Mm-hmm.
and cold wallets are quite different. So it means that imagine that you have the private key, you are authorizing a transaction. So if you are using this hot wallet, meaning you have your cell phone or your browser to authorize the transaction, it will be pretty simple. Like probably you just use your fingerprint or Face ID or type in a PIN code, and then you can verify and transfer your money out of the wallet. While using cold wallet to manage crypto, especially transaction, means that you need to have the physical device and to interact with your binded software. It's either a desktop software, it's either a mobile application. You need to use a physical device to scan, just almost like a U key when you make a bank transfer.
Mm.
So you need to do that extra step in order to get the money out of the, like, kind of approved by the private key stored in the device. So the user experience are quite different. So it depends on what kind of scenario you are managing your crypto. For example, if you are a heavy trader and you make frequent orders on a daily
Mm.
basis, and probably some of you would prefer to go for hot wallets. But we are seeing users kind of splitting the funds in both kinds of wallets. For example, a small amount of funds in hot wallets, so that for the convenience of daily transactions and trading, and then the rest of the bigger amount of assets stored in cold wallet, meaning they are more secure in an offline manner, and probably they are going to stay there for a while until the owner wants to move it. So we are now seeing people splitting the funds, which totally makes sense from my point of view. Especially like nowadays it's a bear market, it's perfect time for holding.
Mm.
So we are seeing users kind of in favor of cold wallet recently compared to hot wallet. But in Safepal we offer both options, and even by using the Safepal hardware wallet, you still need to pair it with the Safepal app. So you need
Mm.
you can transfer money out of the device, because or else the offline device is not connected to the internet or the blockchain. It cannot broadcast any transactions. So it has to be paired with the SafePay mobile app in order to let the app to broadcast the transaction onto the blockchain. So in
Mm.
that way, the SafePay app becomes your portal. So it doesn't matter which type of wallet you use. If you use software wallets and hardware wallet, you can all view them and manage them in the same wallet interface inside the SafePal app. So there would
Mm.
be a list. It's almost like you have different bank cards in your
Yep.
wallet, and like SafePal, using SafePal app, it's almost like you have different wallet accounts stored in one place, and you can view all of them, and you can manage different types of wallets in one place. So that's kind of making it easier for people to
Mm.
manage both types of wallets.
Awesome. So yeah, I think from what I get from your answer, it's like it's not necessarily hot wallets are better or cold wallets are better. Like both serve their own kind of use cases, right? They both have
Yes,
their own
yeah.
purpose.
Depends
Okay.
on the scenario. Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree with you, and I think like hardware wallets good for especially now long term holds, but the centralized exchanges are there to make sure you can easily trade and swap. So, guys, for those of you watching, Safepal is a great wallet to use, but if you want to use a centralized exchange, make sure that if you're here, it's fully licensed and regulated by the BSP. So just a quick plug, coins.ph is one of those fully regulated license exchanges here. So definitely, yeah, you can use a combination of us and then also the SafePal hardware wallet for the longer term holds. Yep. So yeah, thanks for that very deep and good answer. So I think the next question I wanted to tackle is there's like a lot of wallets, right? A lot of hardware wallets in the market right now. What is the unique strength of SafePal, and why should people in particular go with SafePal as opposed to other hardware wallets?
Yeah. So right now, people have like crypto users have their demands for wallets have evolved over time. So
Mm.
back in 2018, when people look into wallets, they look mostly for security, looks for safe holdings. But as DeFi came along in 2020, as NFT came along last year, people are having more kind of options to manage their crypto assets, and now people having more requirements and higher standards for wallet. So people
Mm.
use wallet not just for holding purposes nowadays, they also use it for assets management and growth. So I think SafePal is one of the few wallets that provides all different kind of diversified solutions for users to secure and grow their assets. We provide all three types of wallet, like I mentioned. So it doesn't matter which type you choose. We always provide the same and secure user experience to you. And also in the mobile application, we have a lot of value add services like specially funneled and provided for the purpose of easy assets management, such as we have a cross-chain swap aggregator. So if you want to move assets across different blockchains, you can use that swap aggregator, and we are combining different channels and aggregator together to make it easier and make it come like to make it easier and cheaper for you to move assets around different chains. We also have bridge, so it means that if you want to move USDT from Ethereum to BNB chain, like this, that is a zero fee option that you can
Oh
stream,
wow.
yeah, and bridge your tokens. We also have trading features, so we have supported different kind of exchanges and also DEXs altogether. So you can choose whichever way you feel comfortable to go for trading. And we also have Earn, which is a native yield aggregator inside the wallet, so that your DeFi experience is much easier. You don't need to go to Adapt and then manually connect your wallets and then build up your LP token and then invest into the pools. You can straight complete all of that organically inside the wallet without going and clicking open Adapt. So it's kind of natively built.
Yep.
So we are building like a lot of these features, and also we have fiat on ramps. So we are building a lot of these features to make it easier, which I find it quite unique on the
Mm.
market. Because right now people are having a lot of requirements and demands for wallets. And definitely we are working hard to deliver the features that people are looking after. So I think that is one unique strength that we have. Sorry, excuse me.
No problem.
Post pandemic symptoms. So yeah, and security is also one of the things that we have been treating as our priority and also our cornerstone. So we offer a very different, unique type of hardware wallets. So yeah, so I think there are a lot of advantages regarding product features and security that people can discover about.
Awesome. So you'd say Safepal is really the one-stop shop for all of these different parts of crypto that you can head to.
Yeah, that's almost like a super app for Web3. So we
Oh, that's a
almost
good way of putting it. Yeah.
yeah, so it's like a super app, and it's also like a super gateway for
Yep.
Web3, like for everybody who wants to access crypto.
Yep. So if you want to do your quick short-term trades, you can do that there. But if you want to hold it long-term, you can also use the hardware wallet. So it's
Exactly.
all under like one ecosystem.
Exactly. Yes.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
we don't make choices for users. We offer options so people get to choose.
Yep.
And they choose whichever way they feel comfortable, but we just build security underlying the technology.
Okay. I think I'm gonna need to get my hands on a Safepal wallet. I gotta
Yeah,
try it
you
out
try
myself. Yeah,
out.
definitely. Okay, so that's a little bit of Hardware Wallet 101. Thank you, Veronica, once more for briefing us through that. I think the next section here is we want to delve more into the actual token, which you are giving out, by the way. So, yeah, let's dive deeper into SFP. I believe this is SafePal. This is SafePal's native token, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. So yeah, to start, what exactly is SFP?
SFP is a utility token launched in January 2021, last year. It is the fuel of the Safepal ecosystem. So it means that like, for all the users who are using the Safepal products, SFP would give them extra privileges and access to the services that we are building. So it's been launched last year January, so it's been like almost 2 years. It was also one the first launchpad project on Binance last year. So we have been building SFP token into the products as the key utility for a lot of core features. So people can hold SFP token to access special quest campaigns or airdrops or partnerships that we are providing, or campaigns that we partner with other ecological projects. SFP token holders can use SFP to buy the Safepal products on the website, so they can pay using SFP token
Oh, wow.
to buy our hardware and also accessories.
Mm.
SFP token holders can also use SFP token to swap for gas fee tokens, so that to make their first blockchain transaction easier. And also SFP token can holders can have in extra yield in the earn program. So if you are holding SFP token, you stake together into the smart contract, you have extra APY. So we are basically building SFP token as the underlying layer to incentivize users to continuously use the Safer products. And the more you use the products, the more benefits you get exposed to by holding the SFP token. So that's the key, the core value of the SFP token design. So like, to be frank, it's a utility token. So if you use it, if you use the products, then you'll find the SFP token quite useful, especially when you're using Safepal products and features.
Yep. So I think you described Safepal as being like the super app of crypto. I guess like Safepal token is also like the glue that puts all of the app together. Yep.
Yes, it's definitely closely knit together. So
Yep.
when we build some new features, we always take that into consideration as well.
Awesome. Okay, well, there you go, guys. That's what SFP token is. And once more, make sure to send in your questions at the end of the AMA so you can get your hands on some SafePal tokens. And maybe you can even use that towards buying a hardware wallet, right?
Yeah,
You mentioned
definitely.
that? Awesome.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So yeah, hopefully someone comes home with a hardware wallet at some point through the SFP tokens we give away.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. I wish I could join. Okay. Next question. Sorry, next section here. I think we want to delve into the future of SafePal. So
Mhm.
it sounds like there's a lot of exciting things coming for SafePal right now. But could you also share with us some of what's in the works, maybe?
Yeah, one of the recent features. So it goes back to like the what is the future roadmap, or what is the kind of finalized or and
Mm-hmm.
vision, or kind of the finalized picture of what kind of wallet we are trying to build here. So we view wallet as as your personal bank, right? That's quite
Mm-hmm.
easy to understand. You hold your own key, you hold your own coins, and you are the full controller of your assets. So it's like a personal bank moving around. So for banks, you can imagine security and also like the diversified assets management solutions would be the key demands of users. And we also view wallet as the onboarding or as the login credential to the Web3 world. So imagine that in traditional Web2 world, you can continue with Google, Facebook, Instagram, you can log in with those accounts, while in Web3, you need a wallet. So wallet
Mm-hmm.
is your login credential to connect to the unlimited decentralized applications in Web3. We also view wallet as the decentralized identity. So it means that in the future, when the blockchain applications continue to boom and we are seeing more applications, not just speculative token cryptocurrencies, but also some other kind of applications built on top, like users' behavior and personal data are gonna accumulate on the blockchain. So by then, wallet would act as your personal digital or decentralized identity, showing who you are and what you are doing and what your past behaviors are, and like something like that. So we are viewing wallet acting as different roles at different stages. So right now at the stage that we are at, we believe that wallet as the personal bank, sorry, would be the key focus that we'll be building. So we are building security, and as always, and we are trying to eliminate the hurdles. Sorry, and then my throat gets really itchy after the kind of COVID situation. Even though I'm fully recovered, like from the time to time, it's still kind of coughing going on. I
No
hope,
problem.
yeah,
Yep.
I hope it's not the same for all of you guys though.
Don't worry.
So
I'm holding in my cough the entire session. I've been wanting
okay,
to
then
cough too.
okay. So we've been building features recently to make that process easier. For example, one of the recent features that we've been building is notification. So
Mm.
we want you to get notified when you have some money coming into the wallet. Like for example, if you receive Matic token from Polygon or Ethereum or Bitcoin or some other cryptocurrencies, you get notified. You know that you have some saving arriving in the wallet. So we are building this feature, and so that to make it more useful, because right now people have to open the wallet, refresh, and then check and check and check from over and over again to see if he or she has received an amount of money, or if she and he has received any new transfers.
Mm.
So we are building one of that feature, and we are also supporting more blockchains. So recently we have supported Aptos. We are also supporting a lot more other like Algorand and Monero. We are adding a lot of new blockchains into the roadmap. So like users who are using different blockchain ecosystems can use SafePal to secure their assets. We are also supporting a lot of other new features that can help the onboarding process for new internet users easier. For example, we have fiat on ramp so that the step one is kind of solved. Like how do I gonna buy crypto using debit card, credit card, right? So that is partially solved. And then the next step would be about surrounding gas fee. So people gas fee is a difficult concept for people to digest, especially for new beginners. So we have a gas fee station which partially solve that, but it does not completely solve it because it's kind of the underlying infrastructure layer concept. And also we are kind of right now tackling the difficulty that people are having over private key management, like C phrase management. So we are looking for social recovery and also private key sharding, like looking for ways that people don't need to lose all their assets if they lose their piece of private key. So that's the basic kind of problem that we are trying to tackle here as well. And also wallet addresses, right? Imagine that like the
Yes.
wallet address is a combination of long digits and alphabets. It's difficult to digest. It's impossible to memorize. And how are we turning it into a memorizable or understandable thing that people can use on a daily basis? So recently, our product roadmap would be surrounding these details in the longer, in the next kind of 6 to 12 months of range. Um, with the main focus to remove all of the roadblocks hindering people to get on board into Web3. Because like we are counting on the next waves of internet users to get to Web3 to make the crypto penetration deeper and to make the crypto adoption wider. So it takes a lot of efforts, not just for wallet actually. We are now seeing a lot of infrastructure providers doing their own exciting works and projects to solve some fundamental problems that are hindering that process to happen. So we as a wallet are trying to solve from the product layer, from the user interface and user experience layer as much as possible. But at sometimes we will have to wait for the technology to evolve until we reach a timing that it's a good time and right time to implement that new technology to make the wallet experience safer and easier. So it takes a longer time to go through, but definitely we have a lot of items added into the roadmap already. So recently there will be notifications supported, and then coming as we are looking to support more blockchains, and also we are looking to make the swap and trade aggregator easier and easier and more transparent to use for the users. We have received a lot of feedback from the community, which are really helpful. So based on that, we are going to continue to improve and optimize the products until it reaches a satisfactory level. But honestly, that would be a long time away. So it takes a lot of time,
Oh,
especially
definitely.
when in crypto world everything changes so fast on a
Yes.
daily basis, and we are seeing new concepts, new ideas, and new technologies kind of popping up and emerging from zero and from scratches. So that's very exciting, but that is also challenging for a wallet team like us because we need to deliver and deliver and deliver to catch up with what the blockchain ecosystem has to offer. And we need to make sure that because wallet is a layer of user interface, if you don't support it, people are not going to use it or they are not able to access it. So we have to always keep up to date to all of the latest kind of trends or blockchains or technologies or kind of broad protocols to make the wallet experience kind of more advanced, more secure, and more convenient for users on a daily basis. I think that is a non-stop homework for wallet teams like us. Yeah, yeah. So
Awesome.
that's a lot of information though.
That's a
But
lot of information, but I mean, it sounds like there's a lot that you guys are working on. I'm very excited to see what's ahead for you guys. And I think, particularly for me and then the people watching, the thing that perks up their ears is always more blockchains, right? More blockchain support.
yeah,
But I think more broadly, I think the amazing thing that you just mentioned there in your answer is that you're trying to expand crypto to like all sorts of people, the next wave of users, to make it more
yeah,
accessible, right? Yeah.
yes, exactly.
Yep.
That's really the main focus.
Just for context, I came into crypto around 2017. Only 5 years ago, and I have to say the UI then compared to now is completely different. And I think that's just because of people like you, putting in the effort to make it more accessible.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah,
even nowadays, like a lot of my friends who are getting access to Web3 complain a lot about the user
really.
experience. Yeah, even though I'm right there to answer all of the questions, and I gave a lot of my friends a nudge about, hey, go try it out, right, and download the wallet. And basically, it's still quite a difficult process, honestly. That's why we have been changing every version update. We have been changing some little bit details on of our wallet onboarding process
Mm-hmm.
to make it a little bit easier. But still, it's difficult to digest, honestly, and it's scary, like
It's very
scary to
scary.
have your personal bank. What does that mean? Like me owning my personal bank, it's kind of scary. Imagine like how the financial world, traditional finance are building, how many people are contributing to make a bank operational. So it's kind of scary and frightening sometimes for new beginners, even though a lot of OGs and like you, like we enjoy the
Mm.
freedom of owning all of that because we are sophisticated or enough. But for a lot of new users, it's kind of scary process, and they still complain a lot. So there are a lot of homework to do, honestly.
Definitely. I mean, just speaking from my experience, I've been trying to get my mom into crypto, and she just can't get past the fact that it's not in any bank, so you keep it yourself. Like, how is that? It's hard for her to wrap her head around the concept. So I think just more work has to be done for the average person. Definitely.
Exactly. And I saw a test on Twitter which was amusing. That is, I do a
Yes.
test to see if you're appropriate for self-custody wallets. And imagine that you are that, and you only had
Yes.
a key phrase in your safe. And like now your family member need to have, without anybody's help, to recover your assets, like a fortune inside the wallet. So and
Exactly.
yeah, that's kind of a funny concept, but indeed it would exist in the real life. What
Hmm.
happened in that case? So yeah, there are a lot of interesting kind of discussions surrounding this, and honestly, self custody is a concept that is still very new to a lot of users, and it's a very long on adoption and educational process.
Yep. So you just have to put in the work to make it as easy as possible. So it's a
Yeah,
never, it's a never, I guess it's a never ending progression, right? There's always
never
more.
end.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, thanks for filling us in on that. Next question here is, I just have to ask this question because our community loves it when we have any sort of alpha. So no
Okay.
pressure. Do you have any other future partners that you have your eyes set on? Like any alpha you can drop for us here?
We look into so many things, like
Mm-hmm.
but right now we are mostly talking to blockchains and infrastructures
Okay.
because we want to, yeah, we want to solve like a lot of the pain points that I mentioned. So we've been recently talking to like NPC solution providers and also private key sharding technology developers, especially and to talk about the concept of social recovery and how we should move on as a wallet provider. And also, we've been talking to a lot of blockchain foundations because Wallet acts as the gateway to the blockchain ecosystem. So we would like to go deeper and to build robust partnerships with a lot of the foundations to boost their ecosystem together, like to support the ecosystem, to make sure that users have an easier bridge to access the ecosystem, and also they can move their liquidity across chains. So we've been talking to partners in these perspectives. So we are quite open for ecological partnerships, honestly. So if any one of you out there are building your Web3 projects, you can always drop us a message at marketing@safepal.com. It's a public email that we offer to talk to all different kind of partnerships. And you can also reach out to us on Discord and Telegram and Twitter. So it's quite open, it's quite accessible. So we are keen and interested to learn more about like new technologies going on, and also new potential partnerships and collabs going on that can together help us, like we make together the user experience safer and easier for the crypto masses. So I think there are a lot of things to have and to launch coming next, and we're quite open about that.
Awesome. Okay, so guys, I'll make sure that we include all of SafePal's links to their Twitter, Facebook, Discord as well, right? You mentioned.
Yeah, Discord, Telegram. Yeah, there are a lot of
Okay,
channels to
awesome.
reach
All
out.
of
But I
those
think
will.
I think
Mhm.
mainly Twitter. I guess like Twitter will be the easiest one, right, for people.
Yes, definitely. Okay, thanks for that. So yeah, if you guys have want to partner up with SafePal, make sure to send it over to their social media, and as I mentioned, we'll make sure to post those links at the end of the AMA. Okay. So next section here is actually we've sent out a giveaway last week to get some pre-selected questions from the audience. So we're gonna go through those now. But for anyone watching live, please once more feel free to send in your questions on Twitter using the hashtag CoinSafePal or on Discord via the hashtag SafePalAMA chat. And we will actually be entertaining those live questions after the AMA, and you can win a total of 570 pesos in SFP. So for all of those watching right now, we'll give you some time to think of some good questions. But for now, we will be going through our questions sent in via our Gleam giveaway. Okay.
Okay.
So, first question from our Gleam giveaway is from a community member called Qrip, Crypto Geek. Sorry, I think I butchered that. Qripto Geek. So this is quite a long one, so forgive me. So how do you assure that Safepal hardware wallet owners will not have their products tampered with, especially if it is shipped by a third party to the Philippines? And then there's another question. Is there a local customer service that Filipino Safepal wallet owners can go to in case of issues or problems with their hardware wallet? So two-part question.
Yeah, that's a great question. That's actually something that we have been trying to solve, and it's been solved on the device level. So that question goes back to whichever way that we ship the product to your hands, there will be concerns surrounding how am I make sure that after long time transportation, it's not tampered, it's not open, it's not cracked, it's not hacked in any
Mm-hmm.
way. Even if I deliver it from a local provider, it still takes you roughly 24 hours to deliver, right? And you still have that concern and question. So inside the SafePal wallet, if you go to our help center and you can search for a word that is called device authentication. So device authentication is a mechanism that we built inside the hardware that for every time if you buy the SafePal S1 hardware wallet for the first time, you activate it, you open it. The first step is always to authenticate whether the current device that you're using is a genuine one. So this is a mechanism to verify whether the device has been activated before, has been changed before, or is it like any kind of abnormal situations going on. So the device authentication allows you to verify whether the device is a official device that hasn't really been activated by anybody else. So in that way, you can be 100% sure that the device is authenticated. So it's like every device before they leave the factory, before they leave the production line, there will be a unique device ID burned into the device itself. So we have a way to verify that. If you are looking for a further detailed explanation for that, please go to our help center and search for device authentication. And then you can find the article. It's a very long technical article to explain how we are doing that. But overall, the concept is to make sure no matter which corner you are at around the world, no matter where you are receiving the SafePal device from, you can always at the first moments to make sure and verify. You have a chance to verify whether the device is authentic and is official and genuine from the kind of the mechanism built in inside. And then for the second question, we do have extensive reseller network global wide, including Philippines. We have two reseller in Philippines. So if you go to safepal.com website and scroll to the button, there's a button called reseller. That's where you can see the global resellers that we have, and you can search for Philippines. I'm right staring at the web page, and we have two crypto reseller in local market. You can reach out for further inquiries. And also, if you have any after sales questions and problems, we actually have a full-time dedicated customer support team to answer your questions. So if you go to the safer.com website and scroll to the button, there's a submit a request entrance. That's where you can reach out to our customer support team. And we have a full-time dedicated customer support members to answer all possible questions about product usage, about everything about crypto, about like how to use crypto and how to understand the concept, etc. Basically, it gives whatever answers that you are in need for. So we have a dedicated customer support, so it shouldn't be any problem because crypto adoption is already difficult, so we want to make it easier. So whatever question you have, feel free to reach out to us through customer support services, and we are here to answer it. Yeah, I hope that covers the two questions.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I think that was perfectly well said. So
Okay.
thank you for that. Sorry, a question from my end. For the help center, where do you access that? Is that just from the website? You can just
Yes.
Google it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
If you go to the website, you can
Oh, okay. Cool. I will definitely check that
you
out.
can yeah hover over the learn
Mhm.
yeah, and then there's a help center there. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, I think we're gonna move on to our next question. This next question is from Ryan
Yeah.
Custodio.
Mhm.
Okay, his question is, what are some key advantages of your product as compared to other hardware wallets? Are there any features you plan to add to your product in the future that will set you apart?
Yeah. Um, it depends on whether this user has used other hardware wallets. So
Mm-hmm.
let me assume that you haven't used any hardware wallet. Um, there are different types of hardware wallet out there. Hardware wallet, the main purpose of a hardware wallet is firstly to generate and store the private key safely without leaking it to any external environments. Secondly, to sign and verify approve any outgoing transactions from your wallet if you want to move your money away. So these are the two key purposes that we're having here. So let's talk about the first one. For the first one, Safepal is S1 hardware wallet. It's an offline device built with two chipsets inside the device. So there's one secure element, also like you can understand it as a secure chipset. With the main purpose is to store the private key safe. So its own and mainly and sole goal is to keep the
Mm-hmm.
private key security inside the wallet without interacting with external world. And there's another chipset that is for business logics running inside the device, such as how to keep the screen lighten up, and how to make sure the D-pad reacts, and to make sure that it's click on the right button on the screen, etc. So we have a dual chip architect, and inside the secure element, we have a true random generator. So it's a very typical, tricky technical concept, but basically it's purely to make sure that the private key is safely generated. It's truly random. It's truly based on cryptography, unpredictable. Like it cannot be reversed or hacked by any other means. So we have a true random generator. We also have pseudo. So pseudo number generator is another concept that is quite technical. So imagine that the laptop, the computer that you've been using, it is embedded with pseudo number generator. So it means that there are a very small odds or possibility that people could hack or reverse, such as quantum computing. They can reverse that, meaning to reverse your private key. So we have a true random number generator inside. So it makes sure the private key is generated very safely manner. And we also have self-destruct mechanism. So it means that if you have any people around you, for example, some people getting close to you, some people getting access to your physical device, and they are trying to attempt it, their pinkles into the device and see if they can steal the money away. And after multiple attempts, or if the device detects any kind of brutal attacks, for example, the device is crack open, it's kind of chemistry pull attacks going on, and other kind of attacks. So if it detects any kind of this kind of attacks, it will erase the private key automatically. So it means that you still have a C phrase, so you can buy another wallet and then you can recover your C phrase on a new device. So it means that that device that is already compromised, or that is already kind of being taken by other people, is not going to leak your private key away. So there are different concepts here. We do have a lot of articles explaining the process in the help center. So that's for part one of securely storing the private key. The second part is about signing off transactions safely. So there are different ways of how the wallet signs off a transaction. So if you look at Ledger and Trezor, they are the classic type of their wallets would be through USB cable. So it means that you need to install a desktop application. You need to use USB cable to connect the device with the laptop so that you can verify and sign off the transaction. And it's with two tiny buttons that you can navigate and a very tiny screen. So it's a USB cable. And we've
Mm-hmm.
also seen other types of hardware wallet using Bluetooth, using NFC, right? So there are different types. The main purpose is because after the wallet, it's an offline device. It needs to get to know who you are sending how much money to. And so it needs a way to get that information inside the device. And then after signing it in the device, it needs a way to get the signature out of the device so that it can be broadcasted onto the blockchain, and then the blockchain transaction is completed. So in this back and forth communication, some hardware wallet would use USB cable, like I mentioned. Some would use
Yep.
NFC, some would use Bluetooth. While Safepal S1, we use a QR code, and it's an
Mm,
100% offline manner. So
okay.
there's no Bluetooth, there was no NFC, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no USB cable, there's no radio frequency whatsoever going on. So it means that when you are kind of scanning using the S1 device and the app, it's 100% offline. It's pure based on air gap signing. It's pure based on image recognition. So there's not anything of radio frequency or network interfered inside the process. So that's a very unique feature that we have, called air gap signing mechanism.
Yep.
So it's keeping the whole transaction process in an offline manner without anybody can remotely attack the process. So that is a key feature that is sets SafePal S1 quite different from other wallets. And on top of that, like we also have some bonus on top of that. For example, like as I talk about, like you use hardware wallets and you can pair it with the Safepal app. While on the Safepal app, you can access to a lot of features that, like I mentioned, cross-chain swap, bridge. You basically have your own, say, the kind of personal bank portal inside your cell phone,
Mhm.
and then you still have the private key safely stored in a device. So when you need to kind of move your assets or sign up a transaction, you just take out the device and scan, and that's it. And that's the whole process of how to manage it. And it's 100% offline, while you still enjoy all of the services and features that we funnel and provided in the mobile application. And you can choose to use any of those features, and you can straight scan and sign off, and then you use that feature. So this is also another thing quite different from other wallets, that it provides a lot of, after, for example, after security problem is solved, we, like, people still have a lot of demands over access management, so we provide all of that all together. So it's almost like a full life cycle services provided to you.
Mhm.
Yeah, so for security, for convenience, for access management, etc. So I hope that covers. I don't think I covered all of those, but I covered a very big picture of how it looks differently compared to others. But I would definitely recommend one thing you can definitely find more about is go to our website. There are so many articles in the help center
Mm.
to explain the whole process. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I think the air gap actually is the one that perked up my ears. That I've never heard of that concept before, but the fact that you don't have to plug it or use Bluetooth or anything is kind of amazing. And I definitely want to try it out myself. Okay. Next question here. Does SafePal have plans to integrate NFTs into their hardware wallets?
We already support that one. We already
Oh, okay.
yeah, we already supported that, and not all of the chains, because we do are catching up. Honestly, I'm scratching my head because of this. Like, it's competitive.
Yep.
So we do are catching up. We have supported it, and we have
Mm.
supported like NFTs on Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, I believe, and a bunch of other chains, but not all of them, because some chains they are still building NFT infrastructures. For example, we need API, we need nodes, we need some
Mhm.
basic layer infrastructure to build that available in the wallet, because we need protocols, and we need APIs to call the balances, to call the status of the NFT, etc. We need to interact with the blockchain. So for some blockchains, those services are not fully ready, so we are still waiting and also doing research. So we have already supported that. So rest assured, if you are using hardware wallet, you are using Safepal S1 hardware wallet, it's already a feature that it's already available.
Awesome. Okay, this next question is from Marco underscore 23.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to ask, many centralized exchanges have collapsed due to bankruptcy, and no one knows if crypto holdings are safe to store in a centralized exchange. So
Mm-hmm.
my question is SafePal a safe storage of cryptocurrency? Is it hacker proof? Why and how?
Um, I think so far, okay. So I can't really say. I'm not in a position, like none of us are
Mm.
in a positions to say that, oh, this device is not gonna be hacked for the rest of my life, or this device is not gonna. I'm not in position to say that, but we have track records. Like SafePal was founded in 2018. It's been almost 5 years, and we've been standing there, and we have been doing great, serving users global wide, and we have been trusted by a lot of users global wide already, and there's no security vulnerabilities or attacks or accidents happened to SafePal wallet so far till now and 5 years
Mm.
ago. And also we have a lot of audits reports, and we have did some penetration reviews together with other third-party teams together. And also we have teams kind of buying our wallets without our acknowledgement and doing some hacking and attacking, and then later on told us about that, and they didn't find anything. So we do have some track records that serving users global wide and working with other third party teams already. So I think that security is definitely one of the underlying, the cornerstone of the brand value. It is the most kind of important elements that we value, and it's basically like lying in the core of the brand, because decentralized wallet is all about transparency and trust, and trust takes time to build up. It's easier to say than do, right? Talking is easy, but doing is another thing. So
Yep.
it really takes time to prove that we are standing there long enough until we gain your trust. So it takes like continuously building and delivering the features, and then protecting users assets on a daily basis to make sure it's secure, and until a point that you feel that, oh, it's an old brand, it's been out there for a long time, and I tend to choose it over other new names in the space, right? So it is a legacy of time, and it's also the most kind of most important element that you can rush. So I think like it takes really a long time for us to build and reach until this point, and we started from scratches. So we've seen the whole process of building and gaining that trust from the community, but we always want to give it we always want to give people to verify, a chance to verify. It's like the saying goes, don't
Yep.
trust, verify. So we
Yes.
are also preparing our open sourcing program so that people can come in and then verify the code base. If they are from any technical background, they can come in, welcome, and then verify the code. So we are open sourcing the wallet coming next. It's already in the preparational process already. So I think that is a way that is truly kind of giving transparency to the community, and thus building or fostering the trust here. But there's another topic that I would like to mention that is about safety here. So honestly, like frankly saying, right now, majority of the cases where we heard people losing money or are due to human mistakes. So that is a very interesting fact. So I think it's important to use a product that's secure, but also important to make sure that every one of us, as an owner to the wallet, is equipped with the right knowledge on how to properly use that technology. So we have a customer support team. So now the majority of the cases, people claiming their fund loss, claiming they are losing their money, are due to like human mistakes, and second reason due to scams. So it is really a homework for everyone. I'm sorry to say that, honestly we should build it easier, but honestly right now blockchain is still kind of frustrating. A lot of concept that you need to digest: private key, C phrase, gas fee, and native coins, whatever, like a lot of that. So I think for every user entering the space right now, they are really still having a high learning curve to learn about what it actually means to own your decentralized wallet, right? So to avoid and prevent the tragedy from happening, that, oh, I lose my C phrase, can you help me recover that? Oh, I lose my private key, can you help me recover that? You are the operator of the wallet, you've got to have a solution, right? And we've been questioned by queries and tickets like that on like every day, like on a daily basis. So it's kind of, it hurts us, our feeling as well, to see people losing their funds, especially in a way that we cannot help. So that's why we have been building informational and educational content to help people to digest what it means to use a decentralized wallet. And we are also trying to build bit by bit the process of the onboarding process easier and slower, for like breaking them up into every small step, so that it's easier for people to digest one concept at a time. For example, you firstly set up your passphrase, your C word, and then we're going to tell you what this is about, and, and how you're going to do to protect it. And then the next, we are going to set up your wallet name, and we're going to tell you what is that about, even though it's not a critical security element.
Yep.
So we're breaking those up to make sure like people get these concept digested step by step, bit by bit. So I think so. The second thing I want to talk about, education means a lot, and also self-learning means a lot. So if any one of you would like to use a non-custodian wallet, make sure you do some homework to learn about like how to safely protect your C phrase, how to prevent yourself from falling for scams, and scammers are everywhere, and how to protect
Yes.
yourself and do some research so that you don't fall for some malicious dabs. And we do are building that into the products, but we are still seeing user making mistakes. I mean, all human beings make mistake. It's a natural process. We are trying to make it easier, but it's also important for the users to know about what that is, because in blockchain basically there's no turning back, right? There's no turning back of rolling back a transaction or recovering back the fund loss. There's no way back. So this is kind of the scary but also the magic of web3 of
Mm-hmm.
fully decentralization, right? So I think that is another thing that I would like address to this question though.
Awesome. And I think another thing to add there is that at the end of the day, there's no endpoint to security, right? You have to always iterate and things change very
Yeah.
fast. So, yep. Okay, another question here from Jupiter TZ. If something happens with our hard wallet, like if it is lost, damaged, is
Yeah.
it possible to recover it in a different type of hardware wallet via the recovery phrase? Can you recover it in a software wallet?
You can do both. Yes,
Okay,
yes. Yeah, positive.
awesome.
You can do both. So if you lose the device, it's still gonna be secure because nobody can get it out of the device. You can simply buy another device, or you can download another Safepal software wallet and then input your C phrase there. It's using the same C phrase standard, so it's all compatible.
Awesome. Okay, I think this is the last of our pre-selected questions before we move on to the live questions. This is from JM underscore Vesperas. What are the most important goals for SafePal in 2023?
We want to make Safepal open source, and we want to enable easy social recovery for users. I mean, that's
Yeah.
some big goals that we are aiming for. Fingers crossed. And we also want to have new type of wallet available for users to use. That is also a big goal that we're aiming. So we've been talking. So one of open sourcing is for transparency and building trust from the community. Providing social recovery of the concept is making it easier for onboarding users, and of course there will be a lot more features surrounding that concept. And also building new type of wallets simply because we want to give more options for users to choose from. So these are some of the topics that we have been talking, like happening for the next year, and I think it's a great question. And like the plan always changes, so fingers crossed, because my team
Fingers crossed.
criticizes my team criticizes me of making too many promises already, and they're difficult to catch the calls. But indeed, there are a lot of things that we are trying to achieve, and
Yep.
it's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting, and we are seeing a lot of new possibilities lying ahead. And we feel proud of being part of Web3 in early stage, because we are seeing history happen every day. Like we are witnessing every
Yep.
single moment as a brand new moment experience for the users. So we are pretty exciting. So we are kind of keen and exciting to see how the technology would evolve. And there could be could yeah, what happened? What if the blockchain technology all of a sudden, like there are a new type of chain or new type of protocol saying that, oh, you guys don't need to pay any gas fees anymore. Like we have a rebate process, or we have another like remittance process mechanism supporting that. So what if the blockchain technology evolves in a way that we have never imagined before, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's time to build it into the wallet. So the plan always changes, but right now, at the moment, right now, today, what I can say is that we're moving toward that direction in the next 12 months, like open sourcing the wallet and then building new types of wallets and also enabling social recoveries. And of course, alongside a lot of middle layer and small layer of homeworks, like supporting more blockchain, supporting more languages, right? And supporting more features to make of the existing features smoother to use, and etc etc. So there are a lot of details to look into. So we'll keep you closely updated. And if you want to learn about what we have delivered in the past 4 or 5 years, welcome to our help center again. Like we have a change log. So
Yes.
basically, all of the version updates that we have done on firmware, app, and browser extension, it's all there. Like it's all transparent. It's basically shows our footprints on how fast and how sweet and how strong the execution that we have to deliver
Mhm.
the features that people are asking. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I think that ends our pre-selected question segment. So, congratulations to all of the ones chosen. You've earned yourself 570 pesos in SFP. But as mentioned, we are still gonna squeeze in some time for live questions via Twitter and Discord. So we are gonna go ahead and read through those now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at the Twitter right now. Okay, so this question comes from Twitter, from a user. Sorry, this question comes from Discord from a user named Mariani. How is the progress of the browser extension for Safepal?
Mm, oh, I love this question. Like,
Okay.
sorry. Just make sure my throat is clear before I answer this question.
Okay. Okay.
So, we launched the browser extension in July, and it's been only for 5 months. Still a lot of features to catch up. So there are some highlights that we have already done, which sets us apart from other wallets, for example, MetaMask. So, for example, it supports both EVM and non-EVM chains. So it means that you don't need to install different browser extension for different chains. You have Safepal extension wallet, and that's it. It's one and enough for all of the chains. And also we support dApp connection from multiple blockchains. So imagine that if you're using, okay, imagine that you are right now staring at your Chrome browser. You open Uniswap, and then you open another tab called PancakeSwap. It's from BNB chain. It's from another chain, and then you open another tab called Radium. It's from Solana, for example, and you have three tabs. Usually, when you use MetaMask, you if you switch between different dApps because they are from different blockchains, so basically they are isolated from each other. So if you're using MetaMask, you have to disconnect, for example, first from one blockchain, and then switch network inside the wallet, and then go to another dApp, and then connect wallet again. So there will be glitches of your desktop experience if you are accessing different dApps from different chains. While the simple browser extension enables you to connect to all of them. Like whichever tab that you click on, the browser extension is going to automatically refresh itself, and then the connection
Okay.
will be updated. You don't need to do that manually again. Like the connection always follows. So if you click Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Radium, you can see always at the top right corner the wallet address is right there. You don't need to manually disconnect, switch, and connect again. So that's a very convenient and smooth process if you are a heavy desktop DeFi or kind of decentralized application user. And we also have a feature that enables you to import wallet without exposing your private key on the browser, which is another layer of security protection. So imagine that if you're using a hardware wallet or a mobile wallet in the Safepal app, you can scan QR code to log into the browser extension without inputting your private key or your seed phrase on the browser extension. It means that in this way, the browser extension only gets the public key, means that the wallet address, not the private key of your wallet. And the private key always stays where it is. If it is in the SafePal S1 hardware wallet, it is there. If it's in the mobile wallet, it's in your cell phone. So this way, it kind of reduce majorly the security risks of people manually typing, copy pasting their C phrase on browser, which is super insecure. So we offer this feature to make it even safer for users, and they don't need to create another wallet anymore. It means that if you're using a SafePal mobile or hardware wallet already, you can straight connect that because you don't need to
Oh
create
wow.
another wallet and then move some funds over there so that you can manage that on the desktop experience. So it's all together connected. So that's quite easy. And also we allow you to connect the browser extension with other wallets. So it's a very open platform. So it means that you can one click to connect your existing MetaMask, Trust Wallet, and Token wallets, like Token Pockets wallets all together, straight connected with the browser extension. And then you can enjoy the browser extension features there. We have cross-chain swap already. And coming as we're going to add fiat on ramps. We're going to add gas fee stations. The most popular features that have been verified and credited inside the mobile app, we're going to move them to the Chrome extension. So as time goes by, it will only be easier and safer to use. So I'm very happy that this user asked this question because it's also a very kind of fast and swift delivery. So recently, one of our major focus has been kind of catching up on the browser extension to make sure that it's kind of on the same feature level with the Safepal app and the hardware wallet, like to make sure that we have the same level of blockchain support, same level of multi-language support, same level of features that allow people to manage their assets on a daily basis, same notification mechanism that we've been building. So we are trying to catch up here. So since it's a pretty young product that we have recently launched in less than half a year ago. So there's still a lot of homeworks to do, but the plans are very clear. It's like just to catch up and catch up and catch up, and to enable all of the features that we have already built and people like, and make it happen on the browser, Chrome and browser extension. So that's what we have been focusing right now. I hope that
Okay.
answers.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a comprehensive answer, and I'm pretty sure our user is happy with that answer as well. Um, okay, we unfortunately have time for just one last question. I think this is a very appropriate question to end on. This question comes from the Twitter user Walang Biguin.
Mhm.
His question or her question is: would you recommend Safepal for beginners who want to explore the crypto world? So we'll end with that.
Oh my God, definitely. Please try out. Please try out. Basically, we are developing the products based on user feedback. So we did
Mhm.
ask a lot of users, especially new beginners, because I have a lot of friends. Because I come from tech background, so I have a lot of tech friends. They are interested in Web3 and they have the basic know-how of what that is, and they are trying to access blockchain and Web3 in general. So we are solving a lot of the onboarding pain points already. For example, use downloading the Safepal wallet. First, you can top up the wallet using fiat on-ramps. We have MoonPay, we have Simplex, we have different fiat on-ramp channels available for you to use, so that you can top up your wallet using debit card and credit card. And we have the gas fee station. So if you have some stable coins already, you can swap for some gas fee tokens from different chains, and then you can move on from there. You can move your funds across different chains. And we have all of the cross-chain aggregators available as well to make it easier to trade, to swap, and to bridge. So simply, it's kind of easier to use. And also, we have a lot of security adds up for you to choose from, right? So if you are looking for secure storage, we have hardware wallet. If you are looking to protect your seed phrase against from fire, corrosion, and water, we have Safepal Cipher. It's
Oh,
basically a metallic seed board. So you can put your
that's
seed
cool.
phrase in it. It's made of 304 stainless steel. It's fireproof, waterproof, corrosion proof. You can make sure that your seed phrase is safe for a long time purposes. So we basically have everything that you need all together in one place. So I definitely recommend you, whichever type of users you are, which type of wallet you favor. I think SafePay would be the ideal solution to go. And we offer security and easiness and a lot of options all together in one place. So definitely try it out. Thank you for putting this question as the last one. I really appreciate it.
No
It's a perfect.
problem. It's a perfect ender, and I think I have to give the credits to our Twitter user for asking it as well. It ends
Yeah,
the
appreciate it.
session
Thank you.
perfectly. Okay, so congratulations to all those picked. We will make sure to contact you via our coins.ph Twitter and Discord for your prize. And as I said, I think that's all the time we have for today. Of course, thank you so much, Veronica, and Safepal for joining us here today. And we've learned so much from hardware wallets and so on. And we're just very, very grateful to have you join us today. So I guess to close things off, any final words for our community?
Yes, no, I think that should cover all of the topics. I'm just
Okay.
grateful that you are having me here today. It feels so great, and the conversation is also great. Thank you, Franco, for organizing the event. It's really enjoyable, and thank you, Coin community, for listening and tuning in into this episode. And it shows that you are already moving advanced, like faster than others. Like you care
Yes.
about security, you care about decentralizations and self custody. That's a good signal. So keep on the good work, and we're gonna continue to build and deliver. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And last note, please make sure to follow SafePal on iSafePal on Twitter. I think Veronica's Twitter account is also V_SafePal. And if you can follow CoinsPH and also at Frantic on Twitter, which is me, that would be great.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you again, Veronica. Super great to have you here today.
Thank you. Have a nice
All right.
day.
Have a nice
Bye
day.
bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye
Good night,
bye.
everyone.